last time, um, we were on top of the Jurgar ship, or not on top, I guess, down below, waiting for, as our deal with them had at least not been turned on us in the time it took us to get towards the draft city of the Tanerthal. We headed towards it, whilst everyone sort of began to get ready in their own ways, or rest, prepare, as what would come next would likely be a non-stop rush to get to the gate to where the orcs, other orcs, were fighting, so that we could open the gate and allow the main fighting force in, if that is what I recall. And then we would, I guess, move through the rest of the city to try and take out the heavier threats. Though, getting a little ahead, we did eventually come into the port, or I guess the port, the dock, where the Duragar thankfully managed to talk the ship's way in, not getting turned away, which would have foiled some of our plans. Which got a little tense for a few moments, as it seemed the guy at the top, the the dock master, was quite suspicious of the ship coming in, as there was no scheduled ship to arrive, or no shipment to be delivered. And as we were ushered in to make the delivery, when the moment struck, we threw down the gangplank and erupted out of the belly of the ship and began our assault, as the other side seemed to be in an active battle. The drow, Regulus attempted to tell the drow, those drow here that were in the initial fight, if they had any doubts, they should just run. Of course, most of them seemed pretty devout, and a battle did continue with the various drow forces here. Some fronts going a little better than others. After being explicitly told to stick together and not to stray away from the goal, Goel had run up ahead to take on a battle of his own, as the others were having to deal with, I believe, the dockmaster and a number of the annoying archers at the top of the buildings. However, once we managed to, we're thinning the numbers, and we are getting closer to being able to continue. However, there still remains a number of threats, both in front of Goel and surrounding Goel, and the archers who remained. I believe we're still in initiative and still on the battle. And Kaz, you were muted if you were saying it.
I am saying a lot of things, but I am muted, as you said. Very much so. Thanks for the recap, Regulus, as indeed we are jumping right back onto it. As you can see, the force of the drow still trying to pin down with Arnold, Jeffries, and Vala. One is sailing to the side, trying to make their way back towards here, as Elo and Judas and Sozong start to clear out the numbers, with Regulus flying around, providing aerial support if need be. The drow Shadow Priest is the one that is up next, standing onto that hanging bridge there, and Goel having drift a little bit further, regularly you get a good glimpse of them as standing in place. They will grab their weapon, short sword that is, that has shadows etched around it, and will point up into the distance, and behind Goel you will see the piercing sword slowly reaching out towards you as they disappear from sight. Regulars you see as they cast greater invisibility and then go behind full cover over there to the side, as you will lose sight of them. As right after that, onto the other side of the map, where Goel finds themselves currently fighting a large amount of forces. Goel, you hear from, at the very least, from your perception senses, you can still tell where the drow went and the spectral sword that moves towards you, but you are currently stranded between a number of opponents. The drow that reach out behind you try to bring you down as you are trying to advance forth, and the drow will make 2 attacks towards you, one of which will hit. There is a chance that you were recklessing. There's one of those chances. I'm still going to take those because I don't recall if you reckless last time or if there were other circumstantial advantages to you. At the very least, one of those attacks will hit. The drow moves towards you and swings once and twice, managing to strike you onto the side for 5 points of piercing and 4 points of poison damage, 9 points of damage in total, that is. As up and into the distance, the drow mages seem to try and protect the gates using magic to keep it holstered, keep it bolstered for the time being, but they do also divert their attentions towards you, Goel, for a quick minute, as they call for aid. You can hear words being exchanged in Elvish, but you make little to no sense of that. And Vala, it is your turn.
Well, yikes. The wings on this person means they're... Wait, who's that?
They're levitating.
That's one of the drow, right? That's not one of us.
That is correct. They are levitating over there.
Oh, true. Drow have a racial levitate. Okay. Vala still has the sanctuary. Still has the sanctuary on them. Albeit they do have a drow dialect, but it's, you know, the difference between normal Elvis and drow Elvis is the difference between Scottish and, I don't know, New York accent or something like that.
Now I'm having images of elves speaking in Gaelic or heavy New York accent, but go ahead, Vala, do your thing.
Right, so I think what Vala will do is, you know what, let's just take a dodge action for now, because perhaps this good archer will not try to breach the sanctuary. And she's going to, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Here, she'd like to maybe take some cover, hiding behind whatever those woods are. It doesn't have to be, you know, mechanical cover, but she'll go there and take the dodge action. For now.
More than fine. As up into the distance, Goel, you see the archers at the gate, the ones that are currently stationed there, continue to attempt, at the very least, to hold down the enemy forces. Even more the drow that are protecting the insides of the area turn to try and aid on the outside, giving you at the very least some momentum and some room for you to work with, potentially to disrupt the operations. But Jeffers, you are up next.
I guess I sort of just shoot this guy, right? I don't know.
Go for it.
Learning how to use Roll20. 16.
The disadvantage is indeed from being poisoned. Okay, that is because I was trying to figure out what the disadvantage comes from. As you turn up towards them, aim and hurl shot after shot towards them. Their AC is 16.
Good news. I can hit him for 6 damage. Hey, that's better actually. For 13. And I don't push him away out of Val's reach. I do not.
They still need to make a con save, but they make it to maintain levitate, that is.
I mean, there's nothing else to really do. So I guess I'll just go over here. And that's me. Oh, bonus action. Muggy can do something. Muggy will move closer to the levitating guy and take the dodge action.
And right after that, as it is being struck by an aerial assault, the drow will turn down and aim towards you. Jefferson hurl a shot with their longbow. Does 14 hit you, Jefferson?
Yeah.
For 6 points of piercing and 7 points of necrotic, as the creature still stands up there, raining arrows towards you. It sees Judas and the rest of the group approaching and will hurl one shot towards Judas to halt their movement or their advance towards up forth. Judas is currently in the range, so takes only half the piercing damage, but all the necrotic, that is. And that will be the turn as Elwin. You are up next. You might be muted, Elwin, if you're speaking.
Yeah, I am muted. I will drop my swords and take out my longbow and shoot this guy 3 times.
Just to keep an eye, when you drop your sword, does it diminish the light, or is it still glowing?
It said sheath. Let me check. So, the bonus action you can. 26.
Until you drop or sheath the sword, so the light goes off.
Ah.
But your attacks, 2 of those should still hit.
Okay.
For another 18 points of piercing damage, turning them blooded in the process, as you are quite the marksman yourself, and they need to make 2 con saves for the levitate. However, they manage to succeed in both. They are quite durable, able to take their shot.
Yep, that. We still have bless, right? Just to be sure.
Yes, I have not lost concentration on it.
Excellent.
Bless
Yep.
is still ongoing.
Yep, I will keep holding my longbow to this guy, and yeah.
And as you are doing so, Judas will offer support to that, hurling 2 shots himself, though he will most likely not be able to make those attacks, and he will start to reach out forth, moving on to the debris as he tries to keep pace with Goel, trying to get as close as he can, as he has seen the orc charging up forward to numbers way more than he can potentially take on. And Goel, you are up next.
Sorry, Kaizen, just to be sure, if that be allowed, I'm gonna stand on my weapons. That's all.
Okay, more than fine.
Is the bless gone from me?
I don't think you were ever blessed. I think you ran way too far.
I do remember.
I can double check. Give me a second. You actually have bless. Okay, it's just from the tokens of the different screen. I was just keeping an eye on them.
Okay. All right. Bless. Which one attacked me and landed the blow?
It was the one behind you.
And I'm gonna smack it 3 times, recklessly.
Both of those attacks hit. All 3 of those attacks hit. Surprisingly, after the first blow that was very, very potent, it will still take all 3 attacks for you to bring it down as you turn. Swipe once with your Warhammer, they bring up their shield. You scatter it across the way. You hurl with your other Warhammer, one onto the knees. They drop down onto the ground, and you just plunge the Warhammer on top of their head and bring them down with a third and final strike.
That would be my turn. I think Snow Song over there is gonna try to help. It's on the other side.
Let me bring you into the other screen then.
Okay.
Orc.
This guy's levitating, right?
50 feet up above.
Oh, it's way too far.
You can jump to the water and fight this one in the water.
Okay, he's gonna go up to the water, but he's not gonna jump in the water. He's just gonna bark at him. That's it.
Very much and fine. So, as before I then on to the other screen, the drow turns, looks towards them, and starts to swim into the water, getting closer and closer, but also takes a dive and tries to hide and obscure their presence. 18. Keep an eye on whoever has a better passive perception than 18, as they will. Keep in mind that everyone, due to light sources that you have disadvantage of passive perception, so that technically is a 20 equivalent of 23. Because light obscures.
What if I have
Yeah.
dark vision and a dark was pointing at him and barking at the same time?
It means that they are quite able to hide really well, because Snowstorm is still somewhat not blinded, but there is a haze around him. The lights that are around here create a haze, like a fog. They're still quite an adept, an adept rogue, one may call them, or an adept ranger able to use their environment to their advantage. Astonishing loses track of them, yet always eager to bring them down if needed be. As right after that, and I own one of the drow mages around here will take notice of Goel approaching towards there and will move slightly towards and prepare to unleash magic if needed be, as they will focus no longer the gate, but Goel, who is seemingly moving closer towards them. And Regulus, you are up next.
Is this gentleman still levitating?
They are, very much so.
South Bar to Goel looking at. Can you show me the screen where Goel's fighting the other half of the city?
Sure, I can show you that. Because you are levitating, you're able to see around. Is what the other side looks.
Oh, this looks a little different than when I last looked at it. Let's look at
Really
it.
vastly different. I think you spend one more turn back there trying to track down the Shadow Priest, or try to bring him down.
Unless it was different orientation, I think it was entirely different.
I don't think anything has changed. The map is still the same. I didn't change anything.
I thought I
Remember
remembered
that.
before I entered from like the bottom left. So unless the map is flipped.
I think memory fails you. I don't think I changed anything for the map.
I see the problem ahead.
Keep in mind, on the screen that you're currently on, you are actually 50 feet behind there. You're not actually there.
Okay, so Goel is. I'm 50. So from here, I'm 50 feet off
Back.
screen.
Yeah, 50 feet off screen.
We have to make the gate fall, don't we? Basically.
That is what Goel's task is.
Oh. Well, unfortunately, between Goel and the gate falling is about 50 drow. And as much as I love his chances, 50 drow might be a little too much. Well, not 50, but...
He's currently blooded, so it's not that it is
Yeah.
going terribly well, but also Goel can take quite the beating at the same time.
So 50 feet from here. Okay. And does it look like any of these people have noticed Goel's movements yet? Like from a distance?
The ones that are in front of him are currently fighting. These ones are barricading, protecting the gate, but the creatures that are around here on the map, they have Goel's dash, they are currently turned to Goel.
Okay. Yeah, my sentiment's there too, but
I'll bring everybody else on the screen as well, just so they can look at the very least on what is happening right now.
Because Regulus is totally describing this over the telepathic bond.
is that still up? Isn't that
Yes.
concentration?
No.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. So
That's not... He's fine.
mm. Oh yeah. Okay.
You can see up into the distance Regulus and mainly Goel, because of his impressive eyesight. You can see all of those gloomsuckers that have bound and have taken grip of orcs, then fly them and scatter them, throw them into the distance, as the orcs themselves use the battering rams, catapults, and whatever siege weaponry they have made to try and strike down onto the gates. And full-on melee assault would be just lethal for them and not for their enemy.
Okay. So 50 feet. I'm off the screen up here. Yeah.
Correct.
That would mean. I guess just means add 50 feet to whatever I'm looking at right here, right?
Close to, but yeah.
Okay. That's a big old. What's that? Being pointed at.
Mangonel. A mangonel.
Is it being armed, or is it?
Currently
just
no,
act-
because everyone has gone down. The ones that were arming it to Goel dispatched them earlier on.
Okay. Sorry, I just gotta take to account some things. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Make sure Hagu's not in that. Okay. Regulus will use. Oh fuck! I think. Do I even have enough? No, I don't. Let's do that. I will convert a first level spell slot into a sorcery point. To immediately spend it, I believe. Because the point I want is so to here is 135. So there's 50 feet plus. That's almost like 200, right? Yes. Yes. I don't know. I'm bad.
Technically, in diagonal, how the diagonal works, you should be within 146 feet from there, because this is more of like a
Okay.
triangle, less that you're 50 feet further away. You're 50 feet further away in that direction.
Through the telepathic bond, I will say to my allies, you guys may be far away, but you might want to close your eyes. And Regulus will outstretch his hands forward, and since it is in the range I need to be, oh, that one. Amb. Hell was it? Nope. I'll just say the old. I know I'm wasting a whole lot of time on this turn. I'm trying to find something specific. Let's do the old one. Regulus outstretches his hands and say, "May you be judged by the Yellow God's light." And he will cast Sunburst on this point and affect every drow within a 60-foot radius. Or what is it, this point? Whatever I guess this one. So a lot of things have to make a save within this radius.
Roll me the damage first.
Okay. 2 Sunburst. Fucking yikes. I guess that's middling.
Cannot you reroll the one?
No. This is radiant damage.
Oh,
I
I mean,
am a sorcerer.
I thought you were a sorcerer.
I don't have every meta magic.
I just thought.
So yeah, that'll be that. And they have to make. I guess you're just deciding which ones die outright, depending.
I
If
am
any.
doing calculations. There are a lot of the die right at the very start of it. I'm just doing calculations for everything else. Right now, give me just a quick sec. It's a con save, not a deck save. What am I even rolling for? And that is 35 radiant damage. That is. As let's see, that means one of the drow mages barely survives that. The other one does become blooded, but not by a long shot. And then we have a whole bunch of dead ones by the gate. As Regulus, you turn and aim up into this. If you want to add the description of your own, feel free to do so. But the enemy forces at the gate, most of them, if not all, are vanquished. So if you want to take the hit of the narration, or if you want me to do it, up to you.
I'll embellish it a little bit because it is his first, I guess, damaging 8th level spell. As Regulus reaches out with his hands, the magic that he controls, even if it just appears like it, the roof of the Underdark, the stone ceiling, is blown away as if it is to let the starry sky in from above, and a constellation appears above, and every single star falls down towards the point in which this drow is, and explodes in a ball of radiant light that burns every single or many of the drow at the front gate down in a single blast. As when the light fades, the roof of the Underdark is still there, as many have just perished in a single attack.
A burst of radiant damage. All of this shines towards there. You can see the orcs into the distance, Regulus and mainly Goel. You can see them diverting their eyes for a single moment as this divine light burns and burns like a furnace in there, striking them down. The drow turn up to look. You hear words being exchanged, so you don't understand them. The drow look up. What is that? As the flesh gets scorched off the skin, the light shines into the Underdark, and the gates that stood with a dark gloom lingering in here now seem empty, shining by the holy radiance.
There's also sunlight, if that matters.
The few drow that are in there quickly seem disoriented for a second. I don't think it lasts, the light, so...
No, but...
for a quick moment, their senses are all turned up. The Gloomstalkers, who are beings vulnerable to the light, are all stricken down by that. Brought down. Hagu drops from one and crashes against those rocks. Maybe he survived, maybe not. Who is to say in regards to this? But he drops and slams against the rocks as you hear silence into the distance. And then, quickly, you hear a rallying cry from Grushna. Shergatar, advance! The gates are down! The wolf has risen. For the hunt! And points up forward, you can hear the rallying cry as they start rushing the machines of wars towards the gate. Anything else, Regulus?
Nope. Oh, also, I guess my special spirit will act on the other side. It's going to shoot at some other buggers.
I guess I can bring this gun back.
Just shoots at this guy. 2 shots. 1. Okay. For Zappel. Zao. Either of those hit this man?
Both of those hit. He needs to make 2 con saves. Let me see the damage as well, but I'm pretty sure he makes. He's not stricken down, but he clearly has taken quite a bad beating from those attacks.
Yep, that's it.
And right after that, back onto the gates, over to here, the few remaining warriors that are still present turn and look up towards either Regulus or into the distance towards Goel, and they will start rushing to try and stop him. This one takes a dash action to get closer towards there. The drow over to here looks back towards Goel, looks forth to the burst of sunlight that has disoriented them, and seeing the gate without any patron, without any drow to protect and stop the orcs, the drow itself will rush up forth to try and do so itself. The drow in front of you, Goel, disoriented but still needing to protect the forefront, will make 2 attacks towards you with its blade. Try to bring you down. I'm pretty sure you are able to block both of them, right?
Yeah.
The drow tries twice to strike you, but you just kick them back, and as the light shines in there, they miss spectacularly the second attack. From behind, however, Goel, a blade reaches out towards you, a shadowy spectral sword made of gloom, as the Shadow Priest hurls it towards you. 25 hits for 7 points of force damage. And though you do not see them, you can hear movement right behind you as one of those that drow reaches towards you, invisible as it is under the effects of greater invisibility. The drow will try to strike you, not once, but thrice. 1, 2, 3. For heavy blows as he plunges his blade, twists it, and then pulls it out from your back for quite the potent damage. In total, that is Goel for 13 plus 7 plus 9. A total of 29 as you see them. You don't see them, but you can tell their presence directly behind you. Without any archers any longer in here, the drow mages even move to try and provide aerial and artillery support to the other warriors in here. As from down below, only single drow has remained after the best of Regulus moves towards the gate and takes a few steps behind to prepare, causing and using a little bit of their own magic to cast darkness onto the gate, shroud it to make certain that the enemies, if they are to move forth, it's going to be a hard time for them to do so. And Vala, you are up next. I'll move back onto the other screen.
Yep.
I know it's a little bit disorienting, both sides, but still.
Ah, well, what can we do? Right. I think that let's get moving somewhere here. And Vala will take another dodge action, covering herself with her shield from the flying archer, the levitating archer. And she will turn towards Elwyn. Where the hell have the rest gone?
There, I point there. I heard there was a light from there. I believe that was Regulus.
Don't believe, be certain.
Oh, so it is Regulus. That was a big light. Can he
Absolutely.
do that?
Well, he hasn't done that before, but it's not outside the reason that he could. Let's try and regroup. We shouldn't be so scattered in this place. And that will be Vala's turn. So that's a dodge action.
And Jeffries, you are up next.
After getting shot with an arrow, looks at the other two as they talk. Ah! What are you guys talking about? And I'll just continue shooting the guy that is fucking killing me. Because there's a whole lot else I can do. Yeah. I mean, I'll do a mind sliver on him.
That means I have to make an intelligence save, right? I think so.
Correct.
I rolled specifically well,
Yeah,
even
well,
with a
whatever.
plus 0.
I don't care. Muggy gets closer. That's all I can do. I don't even know how high Muggy was flying. I said he was getting closer last turn, but I don't know.
What's Muggy's speed? Just to keep an eye on.
Well, it's 30, but apparently he gets 10 from his own abilities, so it's technically 40.
So he could have gone all the way up to 20 feet. 25 feet up. So he should be able to rush up towards them and meet them on this turn.
I'd like that, and I'd like to hit him.
Go for it.
I definitely will when there we go.
That will definitely hit.
For 12 points of force damage.
And will knock them out of it as well, as the crate swings and swirls around, flies up at impressive speed. The drow continues to hurl arrows down there, trying to pin you down before you get to it, and then just turns its head to look, its eyes widen as the crate comes close to it and rams on it, strikes it, and throws him all the way to the bottom.
Great.
Judas will yell out as he sees that taking place, preparing to pick up his blade once anew as he set it to the side. Jethros, come over here. I might help you be able to walk again normally. He can cure poison, need it be. With Judas not being here, might as well use some of his resources as such.
I'd love to walk over there then. I didn't use any of my movement before I controlled Muggy. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying it now.
I walk over to the staircase. That's my turn.
And right after that, Elwin, you are up next.
I see the drow like fall down, getting killed by a mug.
Clearly, it's a crate. But yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I'll look to Vala like, your party is really weird. Not, I mean, to complain. I'll say they're wrong, but they're weird. And I will drop my bow, drop it forever. So, and pick up my bow sword. Bonus action, activate the pretty sword again to give light. And can you give me light, please?
Of course.
Thank you. And just to be sure, the path it will be like this, right?
Correct.
So yeah, I will move 60 feet. I will dash.
Yes, on the next, you are reaching the next map, so at the next end, I'll put you over there as well. As Judas, right after that, will pick up his blade and sheath his bow that requires an action from him, as he will jump down over to here, right in front of Elwin, and reach out towards Jethros, try to see where he needs to be to try and aid them. So he will get over there and prepare on his next turn to use his action right now to cast Lay on Hands on Jethros. And Goel, you are up next.
Okay. First of all, can I use my adrenaline rush to get some temp HP, or do I have to move to use it?
You don't have to move. You can just use it.
Okay, that's good. 5 temp HP, because I need it. My first attack will be reckless on the bloodied one.
Go for it. That hits. Wait. That should hit. But elite warriors can do one thing and party with the last strong, whatever power left within them. They will just turn around with the blade and block your attempt with all of their might.
The other attack will be on the hidden guy because he's annoying.
And powerful at the same time. But 20 definitely hits on them.
What is it with the ones and damage?
And they need to make a saving throw for that. They still are under the effects of greater invisibility as you turn and slam your warhammer at them. Anything else, girl?
I was a 17 to hit, right? Right? Is it?
Correct. 17 still hits them.
Can can I use a free action? Well, actually, no. I don't want to use the horn yet because it's not cleared yet. That would be my turn.
More than fine. The mage over here, right up ahead of you, Goel turns and looks to you. He was prepared to use magic against you, but right now the drow need more assistance at the gate, and the drow mage as well will move all the way up there to try and stop and halt their advance for as long as they can.
Can Snowsong get closer to where I am?
I'll move on to the other map so you can do so right now in just a moment as this one reaches over to here. Just doing some calculations, or don't mind me, as right back onto the map as we were. I think this is the drow that is currently hidden. Yep, that place you don't see or not any movement in there. As Regulus, you are up next, but Snowsong first. Go ahead, make his full movement, girl. And go ahead, Regulus. You are up next. Since Snowsong just dashes to get closer towards Judas and Alwyn, what do you do?
Any survivors on this side of the screen? No. I will. I guess I'll swap to the other map.
Did you move earlier closer towards here just to keep an eye on?
No, I never moved from the spot. I never. I don't know how the movement translates. So I guess I would have moved here.
Okay, that is what I'm saying. Okay, so with the extra the extra movement from this turn, previous turn, and this turn, all of your 30 feet gets you here. So 60 feet in total gets you here on the map. You're on the correct spot now.
Yeah, I don't know if people can see, but the people up here were alive once.
Over there, anyway. Here as well, and over there as well.
I don't remember if I don't know if I saw if you anyone that survived and passed or failed the saving throw would be blind, and then they would be making con saves. I don't know if that matters for any of these guys, but one of the effects of Sunburst is being blinded.
Actually, that matters for this one because then it wouldn't be able to see Goala, so the damage from the first attack would still go through. It won't change; they would still be alive, but they wouldn't be able to parry the attack, so they would still take the damage. That is for that one at the very least. This one did not get hit from that. I'll check on the others.
Okay. Otherwise, I will shoot a guiding. Oh no, I won't shoot spell slots. I've already spent enough. I will cast a firebolt towards. Oh, this one's invisible, so the one that's blind. So I have advantage.
Go for it.
The more I spend now, the less he has to throw at us when the dragon appears. That's the strat. That won't work.
A best of 5 from the distance will be enough to bring the warrior down.
Oh, handy. I can't see the other guy at the moment. Don't I have enough of that? Oh boy, I really don't have anything. Situation. Didn't find it. Okay, I will. I guess I'll just move. Wait, I use a movement this turn, right, to get here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that'll be my turn. My celestial spirit will move another 40 feet towards the situation, or maybe going on up on an arc because they have a ridiculously long range. So can they shoot towards whatever's bothering Goel on the other side?
I think the problem is not that they don't, because they're not in the plane field that is covered from all of this. They would need to get very much all the way up to the ceiling, and even that might not be enough. The potential best bet
Okay.
for the enemies to come around.
So, if you want to take me to their screen real quick, I want to see if I can
Yeah, no
see how
worries,
much
listen.
movement they can get, have. So they would have moved last turn, which was 40. And then this turn they can do a dash,
For 80 feet.
so 80 feet. So they could end up down here. But that means their turn is done after this, so they would end their turn there.
Okay, more than fine. As right after that, it is the driver to here sees Goel reaching towards there and will rush and take a dash action to try and interpose themselves in between them, running towards their enemy. The drow up into the distance continue, but blinded as they are met by arrows from the Shegatar, and they are helpless, unable to protect or defend themselves as they would have wanted. The drow Shadow Priest sees Regulus behind, sees Goel right in front of it, and will move to interpose. You hear a voice in Undercommon, Goel speaking right behind your ears. I won't let you. Open our gate, Orc. You die here. You will bleed like the pig you are. And as he moves towards there, you can feel and you can hear that voice multiplying as he is casting some strange magic. You can obviously not tell what it is that they're doing, but they are using mirror image. And that will be their turn, as their blade, with a bonus action, they can still command the spectral sword, and they will try to strike you with it. Well, with advantage, because they would have advantage. For another 3 points of force damage, as the same fate is met for the other one over to here, and Vala, you are up next.
All right. Well, I think Vala will be moving here. By the way, do we have is someone keeping count of the rounds we played so that I know how many rounds of less we have left?
This is currently turn 8. We started
Turn
at
eight.
turn 6.
Right. So the very first thing Vala did was bless. So right now,
2 more
bless.
turns.
2 more turns. 2 more.
This one and the next turn.
Also, as Vala passes by Jethros, she's going to use. Oh, come on. Okay, this feels really bad, but what can we do? She's going to use a lesser restoration on him using a 3rd level slot.
I'm not sure if you shared it, but Judas was about to use Lay on Hands 5 points to get rid of the poison.
to get
I'll leave it
rid
up
of
to
that.
you. Yeah.
All right then. So in that case, she's going to use a 6th level slot on her to cast heal.
Better choice.
Yeah.
And that will be it. She's moved, she's used her action, and so she is going to ask, has anyone seen Goel?
He's in the
He's up
front.
ahead.
Ah, thank the goddess. Not that he's in the front, but that someone actually has eyes on him. And that will be Vala's turn.
Regulus technically is down there, barely able to be seen from you, as Vala moves up forward and asks the moment that she gets some confirmation that Goel is up ahead and still fighting. She understands that she needs to use some magic for herself, and she kneels for a quick moment and speaks a prayer underneath, and she starts glowing with starlight that quickly heals and cures all of her wounds, or at the very least most of them. And Jethros, you are up next.
Yes, I run into the big, strong arms of Judas. Um, what can I do from here?
To not complicate the turns much, I'll just assume that Judas will use his 5 lion hands, so I just won't have an action for their turn. But go ahead, you can remove the poison condition.
Oh, okay. I'm like 50 feet down the road though, right? So I can't really see anything that's happening still. I know there's something happening, but I can't see it.
Correct. I'll put you into the other map. You are technically, as you said, you're. Come on, walk with me. About 25 feet from the bridge.
I'll I don't know. I'll use a bonus action to activate my what is it called? God help me. Elemental gifts, so I have 30 feet flight. And I'll just, I guess, action dash to get, since I'm 25 feet away from the bridge, can I get onto the bridge with flight?
Sure, if you were to use by the start of your movement the elemental gift, that's more than fine. You just hover and you get all the way towards there, as you are now on top of the bridge with all of your movement spent.
And
You should be up there now.
yeah, and Muggy's just following, I guess, at 40 feet speed, and he automatically takes a dodge action. And that's my turn.
As right after that, Elwin, you are up next.
Yep, I will run to the other side. So I want to know where did I, like how many feet I.
In order to get up, you can move from here if you want to continue your path. You're currently over there where I have you on the map. This is exactly where you are.
Ah, okay, so yeah, I will start running. Dash. Here. I see a Goel. Bloodied, I'll say. Goel, what happened here? Well, doesn't matter what happened here. What do we do now? Sorry, I clicked that mistake. Goel?
Goel seems busy fighting and looks
Okay.
at you as you ask.
Storm the gate. Destroy who's remaining.
Okay.
Do not waste any time.
Okay, that will be my turn. I will. No, keep it. Yeah, that will be my turn.
Onto the other side, Judas uses his healing prowess to help Jethros and then to rush off up into the distance himself, as that is 20 feet for him to get right below the gate over there, and then he will start to rush up forth 35 feet over to here, dashing with spider climb to get all the. Wait, he cannot spider climb, so for the time being, he will be here. And Goel, you are up next.
Okay, I'm gonna move towards this guy and Does the spirit weapon do opportunity attacks?
No.
Okay. At reckless, so normal towards the guy. I'll attack him 3 times.
Those attacks should hit. Let's see them one by one. However, if they hit him or an illusion, first attack hits an illusion. Second attack hits actually them, so they might drop a concentration. So they take the 18 points of damage. Let's see. They maintain concentration, and the third attack hits again them. Let's see if they once again maintain concentration. They maintain and take another 13 after the 18 points of damage taken previously, as you manage to disperse one body of those invisible drow that speak towards you, but you manage to strike twice against them before they disappear, and once again you try to get a better understanding of where they are and why there are so many around. Anything else, Goel?
No, just trying to kill this guy.
Snowsong's basic movement actually gets them onto the 40 feet, actually gets them onto the bridge, below the bridge technically, but yeah, over here. That's 40 feet of movement for Snowsong. So if you want to dash with them and move them forth, feel free.
He's gonna action dash right.
Keep in mind, this is a climbing space. From here, it is where Snowsong can move through.
Can
There's
he
a
not
path.
climb? He has climb.
Yes,
speed, but
it's just going to deduct him about 15 feet of movement due to the altitude.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's okay.
more than fine. And anything else for Snowsong? I'll assume that's their turn. I will do so, as once again the drow up into the distance are getting stricken one after the other. They fall, plummet down. As Regulus, you are up next. The movement of your celestial spirit should bring it pretty much onto the bridge, and it still should have 10 more feet left. Just keep an eye on.
That's gonna go over here, so it has a better line of sight. This guy's greater invisibility, but is it clear that he's fighting?
You can see Goel attacking around him, so
Okay.
yeah, they're not hidden.
Regulus is going to shoot. I'll just do a firebolt towards the guy that's bothering Goel.
At disadvantage, but go for it.
Yeah. Disadvantage. I assume 50 doesn't hit.
I think 15 might hit an illusion. However, the attack goes for them, and they are able to parry and avoid the attack. Almost a block. You see as the attack strikes, but it doesn't seem to have done much damage.
I questioned the effectiveness of mirror image with invisibility, but
All of them
anyway.
are invisible. They share the same traits.
Right, but doesn't mirror image rely on sight? It's an illusion.
You are correct in that. Give me a second.
Because people with blind sight can go through mirror image. So if you can't see the illusions, can't you not be fooled by them?
I mean,
The-
even if you miss, you will hit the. Actually,
You are correct in that. Regulus it changes little, so the attack actually goes for them regardless, because they're not under the mirror image. For you, you don't count the illusion, the mirror image. You only count for the invisible target, but the attack regardless will not hit.
Yeah.
You cannot see them.
So then the celestial spirit. So I won't do anything else. I'm almost tapped as it is. Celestial spirit will make 2 shots. So disadvantage. Pizzal.
That hits.
For example,
That doesn't
that's
know.
still +2.
Then it hits.
So it's usually
So
should be an 11.
they will be able to maintain their con saves, but the second attack should hit them. Well, for 16 more radiant damage and making them blooded as well. Anything else, Regulus?
Nope. The Celestial Spirit will move. Oh wait, no. Does it? Its movement on
This
this
is
turn.
full movement. Yeah, it uses
Okay.
all of its movement.
All right, that'll be it. Or I'll move
Uh,
a little bit.
One more of the drow move up forward, and as they reach towards there, they grab their crossbow and hurl a shot, seeing Goel up the front, but he's tired and they see reinforcers. They'll try to pick them out and apart. So this is on you, Alwyn. A thing that hits you.
What did I do to make this guy hate me?
They see reinforcements on the way, and they will hurl a single shot towards you. You are not poisoned, nor you go unconscious, but you do take 10 points of piercing damage from that, as the drow up and ahead will call up I guess we'll use the spectral blade to turn and parry and strike towards you, Alwyn. You see the blade shift and turn around as it will aim towards you. And here comes an attack towards you, Alwyn. Not that one, that one. For 11 points of force damage, the moment that you get pierced by the arrow, the blade strikes and cuts roughly onto your thigh, barely grazing and making a scratch in there, as the drow shadow priest over to here, getting stricken again and again by Goel, will use the movement to get further away, climbing the stairs, as they will get 15 feet up here, and they will use their action to dash a little bit further away, get some distance. As invisible as they are, they don't provoke any opportunity attacks in between, and the shadow priests will yell out into the distance as powerfully as they can. Instead, he will not dash, actually. He will use his action to use thaumaturgy and speak at a rather very potent volume. His voice booms and echoes around this place as he speaks words in Elvish. For those that understand, you can and will be able to tell as it calls out, saying, "Followers of the Shadow Lord, do not despair. The city is not breached. Come, amass at the gates. Tear them down, bit by bit, flesh by flesh." And you will hear wings answer the call. And Vala, you are up next. Give me just a quick second to see on the other map. Just your movement speed, Vala, briefly or barely gets you below the bridge. So you can consider yourself on this map over here. That is your full movement. Get that.
You know what? Let's go where the rest have gone. So, yeah. With full movement, let me just have a good look to where everyone is as I was looking at the other map. Okay.
Next turn is the last turn for your bless, just to keep an eye on.
Well, there's not gonna be a good chance anytime soon to bless everyone again. So let's see what we'll do. Okay, I've seen. Is it okay if I take, like, if I play at the end of this round, because I'm not entirely sure what I want to do? It's a little, yeah.
I guess for the time you can hold an action. I'm not sure what you are waiting for to see what is happening. Technically, your movement gets you here. There's nothing in the back. If you want to dash, feel free. If you want to use a spell, but technically now is your turn. So you cannot postpone your initiative, sadly.
Yeah, I know. It's
You do. I'll give you at the very least that, perceptive as you are, you can see slowly up and into the distance approaching wyvern riders, soldiers on top of gloom stalkers trying to amass and go for the gate, and in front of them, a drow that seems to be keeping a lance at their hands with dark armor, riding a dragon that seems, by all means, dead.
Ooh.
How big's the dragon?
Okay. Now that's interesting. So, from the way I see everyone else fighting, have they noticed that?
Everyone's attention is more so diverted up to the distance. However, Gwen's passive perception is quite potent. He will probably.
Yeah, it makes sense. I know that Goel has very sharp senses. Right. In that case, Val is going to turn to Jethros and tell him, Jeth, we have incoming from up ahead.
What's up? What the fuck?
It's flying, it hates us, and it's probably half dead. And still moving.
Shit.
So, I think... Right now,
What am I supposed to do?
That's a great question. You know what? Sure. Val is going to use that. Yes, that. Actually, this is a perfect turn for an Ascension spell slot. So Vala is going to use her Ankh of Ascension and consume a 5th level slot in order to use it for her next turn.
Quickly, Vala, seeing that creature, grabs the Ankh into her hands and starts to funnel power in it. The Ankh starts to glow and even levitate and hover, slightly oscillate around Vala's hands as it orbits and empowers her next spellcasting. As Jethro, you are up next. It is actually to the distance that you can see it on the map, if you can see it on the map. Yeah, you can see it on the map. So it's around that distance.
Oh shit. Is the mangonel loaded?
The mangonel down below, sure, let's say it's loaded. Why not? More than fine.
Okay. Okay. So I have a question. Alright. So my flight is strictly 30 feet. It's not affected by walking speed, so I wouldn't get the boost from Muggy. But could I take the 10 feet boost to just jump off the bridge? Like 10 feet? Or no?
I think you get the movement speed if you start your turn next to Maggie, so you get it regardless, right?
Well, yeah. But what I'm asking is, could I use it to, like, jump and then use 30 feet of my fly? Because my fly speed is not affected by the boost. It's only walking.
Oh, I see how you mean. Yeah, you can do so.
Okay. Then, I probably don't know how mangonels work. I don't really know. I can't reposition them or shoot them, right?
All of those siege weapons, as they are, usually they require multiple actions to work. They require action to aim, action to fire, and action to load. However, this one currently is loaded. They have a set attack bonus, and they do a set amount of damage as well.
Sure. So it's obvious, like, it's obvious what I need to do to, like, reposition it, basically, aim it.
Yeah, you don't need any proficiency in that. You understand
Sure.
how that works. I'm more than fine with that.
Then Jethros is gonna jump off and fly over to it I guess hit whatever crank he needs to get this thing turned towards the giant dragon. Cause fuck that shit. And then I'll use my bonus action to inspire Goel and say, hey man, Goel, this would be a really good time to hit that horn or like open a gate to get like some fuckers in here, please. So there's my bonus. Since I inspired someone, I can command Muggy as well with the same bonus action. And Muggy is going to fly over to where Jethris is as well and use his action to fire.
Go for it. Pull the lever.
How do I do it?
It's a d20 plus 5. It's an attack roll with a plus 5.
4. I'll use my inspiration. 7.
Just to keep an eye on who's the target also?
The dragon. So it misses, obviously.
Sadly, indeed, in this regard, as 12 won't be enough, as Monkey turns and slams onto the lever, and the Mangonel unleashes a flurry of stone debris hurled toward the dragon, yet the dragon just turns and breathes straight. Dust clutters the sky as the stones are turned into dust. The dragon is unscathed by this.
Yeah, cool. I roll my eyes at myself, and I guess it's good that I inspired Goel at the very least. That's my turn.
He took a gamble. It sadly did not pay off. But regardless, right after that, the drow will turn and point down towards you, and the Gloomstalker will start reaching at you. However, they will, seeing that you miss your attack on their way towards there, they will divert their movement and shift, dashing to get towards Elwyn. The warrior can make their attacks. The mound took the dash action. They will try to strike twice towards you, Elwyn. I'll assume both of those hit Elwyn, correct?
My AC is 15. You don't have. It's not hard to hit.
For 14 and another 20 as the drow moves and makes 2 strikes, and seeing the heavy amount of light coming from within you, they will even get further away from you. You can make an opportunity attack towards either the warrior or the man. Towards which one is this?
The one. I will focus on the mount because it will be very annoying to fight them.
Striking for 12 points of damage as they utilize hit and run tactics. And Elwyn, you are up next.
Sorry, how much damage I took?
A total of 34.
Ouch, 34. Ouchie. Okay, getting hit like, look, God, hate that. I'll start running there, and I think I will bump to this guy.
Correct?
Hayden?
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah, so the moment I bump to him, I know that invisible person that shouted not long time ago, and attack him 4 times with
At
disadvantage.
disadvantage. Go for it. 18 hits, 16 hits. All of those attacks hit.
As I go whirlwind on him.
There are mirror images in the way, but as we have established, they don't matter unless they drop concentration. So I guess after the first hit, he will willingly drop concentration to try and confuse you with all of his duplicates. So let's see if you hit any of those illusions. That's on him, the second strike that is. So going for the third strike now. That is also on him. And let's see. Final strike. The final strike will hit an illusion, so he's currently only with one single illusion at them, but barely has survived the assault.
Yeah, that will be my turn.
And seeing you up into the distance, Elwin striking at them, carrying quite the light, the other Dragon Rider will fly all the way over to here with that creature that barely looks shambles of what a dragon would be, and more like a risen corpse, a shadow of it.
Should have rolled the greater visibility at disadvantage every time I hit him.
You are correct.
Yeah, that's alright.
Sadly, it's a miss. It's okay. But yeah, the Dragon Rider will fly all the way towards you, Alwyn, and the dragon already took the dash action, but the Dragon Rider will be able to make his attacks as he turns towards you and will attempt to knock you off the ladder, striking once. Make me a strength saving throw, Alwyn.
What?
He strikes once towards you, but you make the saving throw, and he will go in for the second strike.
Roll only attack because it will be hit nonetheless.
For another 20 points of damage, and make me another strength saving throw as he manages twice to strike you, yet with the bless, you maintain your hold towards there. Don't give up, he says, and he will try to use athletics to kick you off the ladder. Make me your own athletics check, Alwyn.
That is quite, what they call it, disrespectful. I will unspot that. I am kicked.
You fall down from the ladder onto the ground as they move towards you to strike at you, and you only take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, apparently max damage on that, as they continue to hover around the gate. No one will pass, the Dragon Rider says up and in front. Judas will run from behind, start to get closer towards the rest, and seeing that he will soon not be able to utilize it as much, he will use his bonus action to get rid of his rage, as he will continue to dash up forward to help his allies. And Goel, you are up next.
He used his action to dash.
For this time, yes. But he's not going to go in front of your way and stop you from hitting, so he's going to just standing next to the gate, to the ladder. I guess he can move from the side. Yeah, he has spider climb, so yeah, Judas will move from the side over here, but that's his full-on movement.
That's good. Now I get. I don't have to reckless. Can I attack this thing?
Go for it. The attack hits them, not an illusion. So you won't need to deal with any more illusions, as your attack will finally bring them down, striking them off the ladder as Goel moves up forward, jumps onto the ladder, and smacks the head, throwing them off the side.
Spiritual weapon disappeared. Second. Well, actually, I'm just gonna fucking go. This guy's midair, right?
Indeed.
Okay, I'll try to finish this guy off, and then maybe we can deal with the dragon.
For 13 points of damage as you turn to the side and smack your hammer at it. 17, you should have advantage, it shouldn't be a normal.
Oh, that's right.
Consider this the first attack on them, I guess.
Yeah.
That hits as well. Another 14 points of damage as you turn and make them bloodied.
As I smack him, he gets disoriented. I look back at everyone and say,
Bring the dragon down.
and then I'll just go. How much? It's 25. I'll do 20 and take the opportunity attack.
Here it is.
The gate is down, right?
They have been stricken. The gates haven't fallen. There are not any people manning the gates, pretty much.
Okay. Is it a free action to use the
I
thingy?
think it's a bonus action. It says on the description how you use the horn. You can blow the horn as a bonus action.
Okay, then yeah, I'll wait. My turn. Says my bonus action to hit that guy.
So that's your turn, Goel.
Yes.
Snow Song is after.
Well. Yeah, he's gonna do his transformation mid-walk. He can't spider climb. How high up is the?
About 12 feet tall is the ladder.
He's transforming into a green dog. 12 feet, he said.
Correct.
His reach becomes 10 feet.
Should be barely able to strike one. They will have a little bit of cover from Judas, but that would be all. Plus 2 to the AC.
Since he went his full movement in a straight line, let's do the charged Pseudobod attack. No, never mind. I can't do a charge because it has to be a maul attack. Right?
I think so. It's on the description of the ability.
Yes, it hits it with a maul attack. Okay, so regular Pseudobod.
That's the hit.
And
For
don't
15
use-
points of bludgeoning and acid damage, go ahead, roll me the extra d10.
Yeah.
For potent damage, as a solution unleashes a pseudopod, wraps around the drow's neck and starts to asphyxiate and strangle them, bringing them down in the process.
Oh, cool. You killed him. Awesome. That's it. The short sword is on the Joel, right? It's 16, so 8. And I have temp HP.
And I assume that's Snowson's turn, right?
Yes.
As the drow warrior up here would start flying down towards it in the sea, a target up, a flying target, and those are the ones that they prefer on motion train. For us, this one will fly next towards you, Regulus, and make 2 attacks against you. Swinging twice,
Okay.
yet you are able to evade them both. The Gloomstalker takes the dodge action as they are flying right besides you. And Regulus, you are up next. Regulus?
Sorry, crisising while muted. I will return to crisising while not muted. I will. Does it seem like these not nice gentlemen are going to fight the people, the invading force?
These ones seem to be trying to hold the gate. If that is what you're asking, the Dragon
Yeah.
Riders.
Okay. I am going to use a sorcery point.
A small note,
No.
Regulus. I was just checking the other map. On the other map, it says that you have 4 modes. That probably is the correct number. This token
Oh,
is
right.
copied from earlier.
Jeez, I forgot I even had those. Thank you.
Yeah, you have 4 more.
I will. Wait, hold on. What does it say I have now?
4 more.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's accurate. Okay. That changes things a little. I will. What's this? Oh, it would take me a long time to do that. Might as well start now, I guess. I will sacrifice a first level spell to get a sorcery point. So that brings me up to 2. I will use my action just to just regularly cast Shocking Grasp on the Drow. So is it at advantage because he's wearing metal armor or no?
They are wearing studded leather armor. It's normal.
Damn Drow. Anyway. I presume that the Gloom Stalker can't make opportunity attacks? Or can they?
They should be able. Kind of depends. It's a little bit weird in this scenario because the initiative of the lead warrior. However, because they lastly played on the same time, I'll assume they cannot for this occasion. But on this time, they're about to play in separate ones. But
Okay.
regardless,
I'll move 30 feet away from this gentleman. Because he is grasped shockingly. And I will send a mote towards this dragon. The spooky one.
go for it.
So this is a normal, I presume. No reason it's not.
Should be.
Oh, wait. I used a sorcery. I expended to get a sorcery point back, so I don't have a bonus action.
Correct.
At the moment. So I will not spend a mote. I keep these things, keep them on me. Otherwise, the Celestial Spirit, however, will take 2 shots at this gentleman.
Go for it. This is on the warrior, right?
Yes, the warrior.
Go for it.
Do I... Hold on. Sneeze is trying to mess with my plans. Did I recall if the radiant damage was extra potent on those Gloomstalkers that were over the chasm over
You
here?
did see it earlier on when you casted Sunburst, for sure. The Gloomstalkers are vulnerable to radiant damage.
Bitchin'. Instead, the Celestial Spirit will shoot at the Gloomstalker.
Go for it.
1. 2.
Hits.
Ugh. That's a 15.
15 hits.
Okay, so that's 16. So 32 and
36. Making the Gloomstalker bloodied as the Celestial Spirit blasts at it. The Wyvern of Shadows roars as it gets stricken again and again, but still able to hold itself. Anything else regulars for the Celestial Spirit?
Celestial Spirit will fly 40 feet over this direction. And will end its turn. And my turn as well.
And Vala, you are up next.
All right. So, 1, 2, 3. Let's move here. And Vala will unleash the energy, the power that was channeled, that was gathered from the talisman, from the Yang, in order to cast a 9th level Mass Cure Wounds for 25. I mean, go ahead, try to counter a 9th level spell. I'll even be
yeah.
impressed.
I'm not using counter spells.
But what? There we go. But she's going to try and heal. I think Master Wounds doesn't have a limit, right? Up to 6.
people.
Up to 6, right. So... Vala is going to heal. Let's see. Elwin, Snowsong, Regulus herself. That's 4. Jethrus and Judas.
Thank you.
And anything else, Vala?
No. That will be Vala's turn as she sends out that wave of healing energy in order to assist her allies.
Upon a burst of energy as Vala unleashes her divine magic, a wave of healing that coats all of the area up in here and protects most, if not all, of her allies. And Jethris, you are up next.
Yeah. Is this dragon mechanically under the bridge or to the side of it?
Slightly flying to the same height of the bridge.
Okay, then never mind. Folds my arms. Man, I guess I'm just gonna shoot, it looks like this thing's bloodied. I'll shoot it. With some mineral shots. So, here we go. Where is it? There it is.
Did you have
14 doesn't hit, but 19 and 30 will.
Kyoki. This one's got Genie's Wrath. This one doesn't. And I'll push it 20 feet away, I guess.
Striking for a potent amount of damage, that is a total of 23 points of damage, and throwing the Gloomstalker slightly further away, striking at it onto the wall. And the guy's Jethris. I need to make 2 saves from the Elite Warrior to see if they fail, but it's a DC 10. They actually fall from the mount and collapse onto the ground for 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and they will be prone.
Seeing that, Muggy will take the op and run over and bash the shit out of him.
With advantage.
For 11 force.
The crate starts to destroy itself upon impacting with the drow. Anything else for Jethris?
Yeah, I fly away. I go over here. That's my turn.
The drow over here turn their attention towards you as you strike them. No. And will fly towards you with the mount and try to take strikes.
I give him the
Against
biggest
you.
middle finger ever. It hits. Surprisingly doesn't.
For 18 points of piercing damage on the first attempt, the second one does not hit as the Gloomstalker will fly around circling you and prepare and stand right in front of you with the drow blocking your path up forward. As the Gloomstalker over here that got blasted by light and then by Jethros starts to fly off and will use its both action to its bonus action to shadow step away, and its action to hide into the distance, completely disappearing from your sight and senses. And Elwin, you are up next.
I stand up, really hurt. Thanks to Val, I regained some health. Use my half movement to stand up, and I will walk 15 feet here, and I will look, shout, "Try not to come close to me," and I will grab the Freety sword and stab it in the floor as activate one of its ability. I cannot say the name of this ability because it's hard to say it in my tongue, but I will do that.
Investiture of Flame.
So I will put an aura 5 feet of me. And that will be my action. Bonus action, I will second wind because it's been hurt. And that will be my turn.
Elwin's take breath as the flames from the sword meld with his skin and becomes a potent, fiery avatar ready to strike down at his enemies. The drow over to here flies and hovers light to the side, looks at Goel and will speak towards the dragon in a language that few might understand, Draconic. That is, for those that are able to understand, he speaks towards it. Kill that orc that tries to go for the gate. There is shadows on it. And he takes out his... he keeps his lance with one hand and he takes out his hand crossbow, and aims towards Elwin and will unleash a single shot towards them. As they move they cannot move forward this turn, the shot moves past you, Elwin, right behind you, and strikes at the very base of this ladder, and then it will burst around the area, striking you, Snowsong, and Judas for 29 poison damage, or half in a successful one. Make me a Constitution saving throw for Snowsong as well.
I will endombable that.
Judas fails this, but he has a lot of hit points on the wall.
Snowsong has resistance to acid and poison.
So this is for 14 or 7 poison damage for Snowsong.
D4.
He doesn't have the advantage for it, sadly, there.
Oh, yeah.
He has Bless, but he doesn't have advantage. He has also Judas' aura, but that won't change much in this scenario. Snowsong takes 14 points of poison damage after the burst from the drow, and I will roll a d6, see if they recharge their ability. They do, as they load another shot, another ammunition towards them, and Judas, seeing that, he turns and looks back towards what's happening with Jethrush, sees what's happening with Goel, and he can utilize a little bit of his movement and will come around the gap over here to jump to the bridge, stand directly below it, and make an attack towards them. So, attack. Is this the weapon? No, it's not the one. Bloods and Blade, here it is. They swing and a miss on the first one and on the second one as they move to try and bring them down, but sadly their attacks will fail. And Goel, you are up next. Judas is technically standing upside down on that bridge over here.
Okay, I am going to go all the way. This is like a ballista, right?
That is indeed a ballista.
I'll go see in the ballista. Do I know how to use it? Do I need to roll?
It's the same thing as I said to Jethros earlier on. You can use siege equipment. You can use all of those gear. They take an action to aim, one action to load, one action to fire. Technically, you can assume that this one is loaded.
Okay. I'm gonna first bonus action as I am at the gate. Gonna bonus action use the horn. Blow the horn. The horn of valor. I can invoke the rune as well. And give. Actually, let me do it since it's 30 feet. Let me, as I am walking, I'm gonna use the rune. Which gives +1 AC to how many people?
25 to, well, everyone who was injured. So, oh wait, I did not notice. Goel was out of my
No.
screen. I think you were also out of range at that moment, but
He
No,
was.
I mean the rune. I think I can give. 1 second, I have a call.
Into the other distance, you will soon see, I'll fill the silence a little bit, as the orcs start to stride up forth. Go ahead, Goel.
Yeah, I'm back. As I am walking, I'm going to give 1 AC to.
Keep in mind, this ability of the horn can only be used once per day. The other ability can be used all the time. Just keep an eye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'll use it once we get there. And I'll use my action to aim the ballista towards the dragon rider.
Your call is as Goel moves around and prepares to hurl the ballista against the dragon and its rider towards their aims and is ready to shoot. And quickly the orcs start bringing down their siege engine to try and ram the door, break it open now that there's no longer an aerial assault or ranged defenders. And the Dragon Rider and the Death Dragon will fly all the way up and in the front of you. Go ahead, sorry.
Before he flies, can I take Snowsong's turn?
Of course, I definitely forgot about that.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries.
Snowsong will climb past Elwyn, and will use his acid breath on the dragon and the rider.
I'll make
at the same
2
time.
saving throws. Judas will then do a lot of damage on his attack, but that will have to do. Wait, first things first. The Dragon Rider and the dragon need to make a saving throw. First things first. He fails the save, but still takes only half the damage from the best, as the dragon will also fail and still get charged, but still takes half the damage as the mounted division works for the both of them. And as Snowsong unleashes towards them. However, as the Dragon Rider flies, was there anything else or Snowsong? Sorry.
No, that's it.
Once again. As the Dragon Rider will fly up forward, Snowsong will get an opportunity attack from that, as Judas also did. And Judas will, I guess, would put at there is a second level smite to that. It's a critical hit. It is going to be a painful one. Might as well put that on top. And this is on the rider or the to keep an eye on the dragon. For Snowsong, that is.
Oh, and the dragon.
Okay, as that is an additional 12d8 to the dragon from Judas' strike, because he will turn and strike at the dragon as well. That is another 12 points of damage. The dragon will definitely be blooded after the strike. That's a lot of damage as Judas gets a good slash as the dragon tries to get away, but the dragon will run, slam in front of you. And as it stands there, Goel, it will unleash its vile breath weapon on you. And I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw. You do have advantage on those.
You also have Bardic.
Trying to make you an example of what is to come for all of them. You stand behind the ballista and avoid most of it as you take 9 points of necrotic damage, and 19, which is 9 because of your resistance.
If I use the inspiration, do I get temp HP?
Yes.
You do.
Okay, I'll use it just to guard myself.
Roll 1d8, yes. It's only a single d8, it's not to you pick the higher, but you take 7 plus, I think,
5.
Jethro's charisma mod,
Yes.
right? So 12 temporary hit points is that you get Goel from that. So only 3 points of damage you take total. Wait, no, sorry. You have only 3 temporary hit points as you take 12, you take 9 damage, so you still have 3 more temporary remaining. As the breath weapon of the dragon tries to bring you down and make you an example, you look unscathed. The drow over to here, seeing Maggie standing right in front of them, will try to make us a few strikes, but ultimately those will amount to little, as even though they hit, Maggie takes no poison damage. But they will still try to rough it up, as their attention will turn to rush towards Vala. And Maggie can take an opportunity attack, as after they strike twice at the crate, losing my time, he speaks to himself as he prepares to venture forth. Maggie can make an opportunity attack.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I was doing the math.
That hits. 10 points of
And
force
obviously
damage,
Monkey
making them
Sentinels.
blooded. As they are rushing towards Vala, and as the orcs start to approach, hurling arrows from the distance and with the siege engine ready to burst out the gate, we will take a quick 10-minute break and we'll continue the rest. So take time, everyone.
All right.
back. Am I too early?
يا مرة بدري عليك.
صايمين بالحال لسه ما جاء الفطور ما
ايه
في شيء تسويه تحس تبي الوقت يمشي بسرعة تبي تفطر
المشكلة انهم صاروا بدري، فالحين لان اظن اللعبة تخلص الساعة 7 ايه.
ايه من 3 وين مرة مبكر. بس يعني اذا جاء الفطور
انا
لازم
برقل
نسحب عليه.
انا برقل الفطور عندي.
والله انا عزوبي اليوم ف طالب فطور شكلي باكل هنا.
إيه.
ميزة الجمعة
عند الاهل ها.
ايه هم عند اهلهم.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I'm here.
Waiting for Goel and Jefferson, we should be good to continue.
I knew that I only had one shot to cast that spell.
Hmm.
Because every other time there would have been allies within it, and I would have gotten a further bad reputation.
Hmm. Good guy, Regulus.
For once. 1, 2,
Wait, Regulus
3,
is a good guy?
4, 5,
Well, for the most part.
7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20.
Deduct 2 from those regulars, because 2 were already dead on the map to suggest that it was 6. So I remember that because I was looking at it earlier
Oh,
on,
okay.
how many were dead already. But yeah.
Killed 18. Knowing my luck, Kaz will be like, oh, 10 of those were Dark Dancer to be.
Don't think the ones that are manning the gates right now are the ones of the Dark Dancer, but the followers of the Shadow Lord.
Probably.
I'm so glad we gave all these people the opportunity to surrender.
Well, they had the opportunity to surrender when the orcs came to the gate.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of the time,
Yeah,
as
I'm joking,
someone has
I
said,
don't care. I'll kill all of them.
as someone said to Regulus, so they'll any advantage that they'll take, they will. And in this instance, Regulus didn't really care about the advantage. He just cared about knowing that Gwel would somehow find his way ankled or up to his neck in enemies, and I wouldn't be able to cast a spell. I mean, I would, but it'd be less effective.
And now that Gwel is back, I think I've heard everyone returning, which means, Regulus, you are up next. Plus Gwel. Isn't that what you wanted to do? Right?
Last Goel? Interesting. I'd never thought about this option. Anyway. No, I'm going to... Yeah. It's the dragon over here that's bloodied, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
I'm going to move up 30 feet. And I'll shoot a firebolt at the dragon.
Go for it.
So this is at normal. Firebolt.
$16 hits, dealing 17 points of damage to the bone shackled and shadowed creature.
Then I'm going to punch a hole in it with the orb, mote of light. If I can find my sheet, if I keep closing it. This is at normal. So 26 hits.
For 24 points of radiant damage. This one is not vulnerable to radiant, but it does take full amount of damage of this, obviously, as the blast of searing light will strike at the dragon. Does that diminish your light, or you need to use more?
I think like 5 and below is already diminished. I don't know if it gets any less bright.
If you have 1 to 3 modes remaining, the sodium light in a 30-foot radius. Okay, so
okay. I didn't remember where it started, the word began.
But yeah.
And then that'll be my part of the turn, and then the Celestial Spirit will shoot twice at this one. That's going to be a problem for Vala soon enough. So, Brazapple. Pazal.
Both of those hit. These are on the drow on Vala's tail, or
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So both of those will hit for 15 and 16. Will be enough to bring the drow down as the creature tries to get up to Vala. The Celestial Spirit will blast and bring them down before they are able to do so.
I didn't realize there was a Gloomstalker alive. I will be with you shortly, Deathrus.
It's okay, my friends hate me, it's fine.
That'll be my turn.
As right after that, the Gloomstalker in front of you, Jeffers, will actually have its turn right now as the Dragon Rider of it will speak. Snatch him! And the creature will indeed try to do exactly that.
No.
But you jump out of the way and avoid the attack as the creature tries to get a grip of you and Vala. You are up next. Vala?
Sorry, I was muted since the break. Oh boy. Right. So in this case, Right. In this case, what should we do? You know what? Vala is going to lose her sanctuary as it's going to use a Twilight Smite on the creature that's attacking Zephyrus. Seeing that it is a shadowy creature, it probably, well,
The creature quickly tries to strike Zephyrus, but as you use your magic, the creature flaps its wings and flies off away from the best of potent starlight.
right. That did not go as expected, but what Vala will do is focus. Nothing as a bonus action. But she is going to move behind a little bit of cover, and that's it.
Zephyrus, you are up next.
I will passive aggressively bardically inspire Vala by saying, "Well, thank you for trying, Vala. You know, thank you for being a good friend and trying to help me. I appreciate it." Making Regulus feel bad and making Vala feel good in the same moment with the bardic inspiration. Just commanding Muggy to help him out. But first, I feel like missing with an axe swing, so I'll do that. So, normal, I'm going to cast Forge Flame with Earth's Under on this creature. I'm going to try and hit the Gloom Stalker.
Crit. Wow.
It's a 3. A natural 1, you can say.
Use my inspiration.
Okay, I'll get a 2. So it'll be 4. 11.
Sadly, not enough to strike down the creature. As Zephyrus, you swing your axe, but it is weighing heavily on you, and hard as it is to pick it up, you slam it down to the ground, and the creature with ease evades the attack.
And Muggy's gonna fly over and make an attack at him.
"23 hits. This is against which of the two?
The
Just
Gloom
for
Stalker.
Okay. For 11 points of force damage, that is.
Yeah, and that's me.
As right after that, as Maggie comes towards there, the drow will try to fend both Maggie and Zephyrus, making 2 attacks, one towards Maggie and one towards Zephyrus.
Wow.
Hitting, however, none of its targets. As Elwin, you are up next.
Yay, it's my turn. I'll walk only 30 feet. So, question, is this guy 5 feet from me or 5 feet away from me?
5 feet away from you, so you have to move slightly closer.
I don't have the movement, but as I run, I know I will not reach him. I raise the sword and hit the floor and line of fire shoot. I need him to make he and the dragon dex save.
What's the DC, Elwin?
15.
The dragon fails, they make. However, again, as they are quite trained with their mount, they are able to evade a portion of it.
Yep. And next turn, when he starts his turn here, wait, Is my aura like the pentagram is really hard? So he's not in my aura yet, right?
Not within 5 feet of you now.
Okay. Then yeah, that will be my turn.
As the drow is still playing on different turns than the dead dragon. The dead dragon just unleashing all of its breath weapon towards Goel. Dragon Rider cannot move, but he barely has reach to attack you. As from up onto his mount, he will plunge his lance towards you, Elwin, striking once. I think that hits you.
The roll
Does
is
he
the
take
attack.
damage from that, or
It said, let me print that to you. So, because I don't have the spell, so I'll just put it here.
okay? So only if they move within 5 feet of you. That is, the first attack hits. Make me a strength saving throw for 17 points of damage.
Okay.
Second attack.
That
I
hits.
think that hits as well.
Yeah.
Roll me another strength saving. This is for 15 points of damage. And third attack. That will also hit. As from up into the distance, he tries to bring you down.
I'll undamable that just to despite him.
As Ellen will keep his ground against the creature with both his weapons, the attacks come towards him again and again, but the spirit of Elwin, unlike his body, is able to continue, go on for quite a bit. Judas will jump up from over there. He was barely out of range previously. And will get right next towards you, Elohim, getting scorched by the fire, as you probably would warn him or something as such, but he would say, "It's okay, fire is good." And he will swing against the enemy to try and strike them down. Not on the dragon, this is against the cavalry that is hitting you, Elohim. Recklessly even, trying to grab their attention. 21, both will hit for 20 points of damage on the first strike and another 18 for a total of 38 damage on those two strikes. As Goel, you are up next.
I took
Alright.
54 damage, by the way, just
I'll aim at him. What do I roll to hit?
It's D20 plus 5. This is a ballista. So you make an attack roll with a plus 5. This is still an attack roll, I think. Oh, wait, it's only for melee attacks. I think the
Sure?
amulet that you have. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only for melee attack. It is a plus 6, though, the ballista.
Plus 6. Can I reckless it?
I think it says with a melee weapon for reckless. I don't think it works.
Can I wield the ballista as a melee weapon? Just kidding.
You're an orc, a barbarian, yes. This is funny.
That hits. Roll me 3d10.
Okay.
And the dragon gets 17 points of piercing damage as the bolt, the arrow goes straight through them and nearly destroys them.
Goel's gonna climb on top of the ballista and seeing his attacking horse close by. Should I? The bonus action, I want to use the horn again and
Go for it.
invoke the rune, and everyone around me gets within 30 feet gets an extra AC. Elwin, Judas, myself, Grishnak, some of the guys. Not everyone. Most-
Truly, to inspire courage onto the forces, of the orcs as with the horn shouting they should be able to breach the gate and infiltrate within.
I'll jump into melee range next to the dragon. Bring it down. And its rider. Snowstorm.
So that's your turn. Go for Snowstorm, obviously, but yeah.
Anyone who goes into the fire gets burned, right? Can Snowsong morph like what is it called? Amorphous. Move through like an opening, maybe under.
He can move like that over to here, amorphous as they are, if they will to avoid the fire.
Okay.
Pretty much over to yeah, over to there.
And he'll attack him.
"24 hits. There's no longer bless, sadly.
Ah, bless is gone.
Yes. That's on the dragon or of the rider, just to keep an eye
The
on.
dragon. All the attacks are on the dragon.
Striking at the dragon, and the dragon barely survives as Snowstorm reaches out and slams at its jaw. The dragon still standing in there, breathing. You can see the shadow fire, the ghostly fire still breathe and fume from within it. Anything else, Goel?
Nope.
And I think the dragon recharged its breath weapon. I could be wrong on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. So it will just keep on hurling its breath weapon towards you, Goel. Make me dex save. You see that as if it has an unending supply of that energy. The creature deals 4 points of necrotic damage to you. As well, I guess don't even take those 4 points of damage. As might as well have Judas take them, as he will just raise up his hand and take the damage for himself.
But I have 10 HP. And
Okay.
only take 1 damage, by the way. So he takes away the.
More so it
The
was in
damage.
spirit that he's helping. But yeah, okay, take the
Okay.
4 points of damage. I'll use Judas' reaction elsewhere to help a little bit more on the actual
Yeah.
battle. That's okay.
Yeah. But like whenever he uses it, does he take away from the actual damage? Like it takes my temp HP and then whatever is left over he can take away. Is that it, or does he?
Pretty
take
much he
all
would take the 4 points of damage, but it doesn't matter. But no, I'll not use the reaction right now. That's fine. And as the orcs start to storm and breach the gate, rushing within, Regulus, you are up next. You see this horde of folks as Grushnak mounts onto his Orok right beside him. The ambush breaks, unleashed into the city, and the drow start to follow right behind.
Okay, that
Not
Death
the drow,
Dragon.
sorry, the Orok.
That baby Death Dragon needs to go because it has the kill people blast, and there are 2 people there who are in kill people breath range. So I'm gonna move up to here, and I'm going to shoot a firebolt at it. So this is firebolt.
15 hits. And as the creature standing in front of there, breathing down energy towards Goel, Goel strikes the ballista, Snowstorm strikes it to its jaw, and as Regulus hurls a burst of fire at it, the Death Dragon will collapse.
I assume the 3 sword-wielding maniacs or sword and hammer-wielding maniacs and dog can probably kill this guy, hopefully. So I will turn around and fire a radiant bolt, a radiant mote at this Gloomstalker. So this is at normal.
At 80 points of damage, that's enough to bring the Gloomstalker down in a
So
single
close.
blow.
Don't you fucking dare. And then is he prone?
No.
Okay, good. Then I will end my turn and have. I need to get rid of my moat character there. I'm having a whole bunch of icons. Some of those ones that I never removed, or
I'm
those
not
like.
sure those two what they are. I don't know what those two are.
I know one of them was the paint, the not be taken down paint, which probably is the wings, but I don't remember ever having these on, unless it was
One
for
of
Death
them is-
Ward. And
There was freedom of movement. I can't remember what got dispelled
Oh.
last.
Freedom of movement and death ward both got dispelled.
so that would probably be this one. Just go with the other one, I guess. I don't think I was poisoned at all, right?
I don't think so as well.
Oh, unless
Probably
this was for
something else.
that fungal aura, which I would still have.
Oh, that is that icon. Yes, that is the heavily.
Well, my
Heavily
attacks would have been advantage. Big sad.
obscured.
Anyway, that'll be it. And then the Celestial Spirit will send 2 bolts at this drow. For his apple. Oh, okay.
25 hits.
Zal? 16?
16 does not.
Okay, that'll be my turn.
So right after that, Vala, you are up next.
Okay. Zephyr seems just a little bit safer now, so we should be moving, but the Goel has lots of folks helping him over there. So let's help Zethros. So Vala will go back and try once more
Yay.
to call upon Divine Flame upon the drow that's attacking our bard. Oh, come
God
on!
bless.
Yeah. That's Vala's turn.
Jeffries, you are up next. Vala tries to help you from the distance, yet nimble the elite warrior is, yet still, his mount just went down, he sees the orcs approaching, and he will yell out, "Retreat! Retreat!" in Elvish, for those that understand. You can hear all of them, as it is quite clear that they need to fall back.
I'm gonna hit this asshole with my lustrous slash, trying to wrap this thing around his neck. 12. Does a 12 hit?
12 does not hit, as the dice
Oh.
have not been quite fair to you so far, Zethros, but it happens from time to time.
Muggy's gonna fly over and maybe hit him. He seems to be having better luck than me. Yep. Alright. For 12 points of force damage.
But a smack from the Maggie from the side, shaking the drow and nearly throwing it off the ladder, but the creature remains under the stairs in front of you, preparing to disengage. And anything else for Maggie?
No.
As right after that, the drow will, seeing that neither attack has hit it so far, it will maneuver here and then jump down. Both of Maggie and you, Jethro, can make an opportunity attack.
Sure. Oh yeah, I can
Maggie
bite him.
should be at advantage also, because it is being flanked at that moment.
That figures. For 2 slashing damage, take that shit.
Roll Maggie's attack as well. Opportunity attack, that is.
18.
The drow, saying
Four-
that this is painful, will use its reaction to parry Maggie's attack, and then it will continue its movement further, and then the dash action to start running further away. Elwin, you are up next.
This guy position is weird. He's not. He's okay. He's here.
Here.
Run there, and seeing now he's on like not mountain. I'll say in Elvish, let's see how you deal without your dragon. And I will go Florian him.
Three of those attacks hit, 15 does not. And he will be blooded as all of those three of those attacks manage to strike. He uses as much as he can his lance to try and parry your attacks, but fails nearly miserably at it. Nothing else, Henry?
That I believe his turn after me, so I will roll a d10.
Go for it.
He take 2.
Catching on to fire as he takes 2 points of damage. He turns and looks towards you, Ellen. He looks back towards Goel. You should have been standing with us. He looks towards you. But you're fighting for a lost cause. And I want to stand for one in here as well. You will be dead before this is all over. And he will start to rush further away from you as he will use his bonus action to try and maneuver through you. As he has a flash, he will try to overpower you. It'll be the 10-7, or he can move through you.
Why you roll high? Like
I'm not in charge of those.
no, you always roll high against me. I will inspo that. Shit, I don't. Yeah.
And he will continue his movement up forward, trying to run away from all this. You can make an opportunity attack, Alwyn. Judas can as well.
15.
15 sadly will not hit, as Judas also will not hit. Both of you miss the attacks. The drow looks to the side, and as he's rushing towards there, an arrow from the distance flies onto their feet, hampers their movement slightly. Tim, as you turn back to see Nagat hurling an arrow to your target, to your quarry, as before they reach the ladder, that is, try and slow them down. And Judas takes 10 points of fire damage. Wow, Alwyn.
You know the whole roll high for against.
I'm such an asshole.
Both of them did, but they failed, sadly. As Judas will move to the side and dash up forth to make certain to wet them up forward, saying there's nowhere to run. Pain is all that lies up ahead of you. And Goel, you are up next.
I was in melee range. I
Keep
don't
in
know
mind, one last thing, Goel, before you have your turn. Rage should drop now. Blessed dropped the previous turn, so Rage should have dropped now.
Oh, okay. But before it dropped, the guy was in my melee range and snow.
He wasn't. The creature was on that square.
Ah.
You were not within range of the dragon. You just charged. Is that it? The dragon. Sorry, apologies. Snowstorm at least would have been within range, so Snowstorm can take an opportunity attack.
Alright.
But have your turn afterwards as well. That wouldn't hit sadly.
Oh well. Okay, so let's see. Seeing that enemy is trying to run away, I am going to spend my action to try and cure some wound on myself.
A reminder again to everyone that you have an extra Hunter's Mark from the rest. The boom.
It's a bonus action.
Yeah, it is.
I'll use that later. Save.
Mhm.
The dragon is dead. This guy's trying to run away.
Pretty much.
I am going to dash. Oh, not dash. That's actually just normal movement.
You take a d10 points of fire damage when you move through that space around Elvin.
Oh well, in that case, I'll just go down. I'll blow the horn a third time, as we are breaching, and do a war cry on top of the gate. That will be my turn.
Grusnak sees you as you are doing so, but have some stun first.
So I'm going to try and finish this guy off with a pseudopod attack.
That hits for 15. Not enough to kill them, but definitely enough to strike them heavily.
Shit. Well, I'll use the war paint or the collar. With
Roll
D10.
me that.
Take that off. On that. 3. That's it.
Grusnak sees you, Goel, as he unleashes his drakes to rush up forth the hunters to continue to move up behind you. See Regulus as the hunters rush and stride up forward, the hurl javelins, and the drow into the distance might avoid the first one, but not the second, and not third, as they are trying to run away, and they will be brought
Fuck.
down as Grusnak will turn towards you, Goel. That is my son. As in the dream, as in the vision, the wolf has risen. Now stay back and watch us lay terror in this town. And Regulus, you are up next. Technically, there's only a single creature left.
Regulus will.
Go ahead.
Is there the drow that was in front of Jethros died?
He ran away and then he died, yeah.
Oh. And this gentleman seems to be in the same boat. Yes.
He's trying to run, but failing to do so.
Regulus will fly to right behind him on the ladder, and we'll just say, he'll just say to him, is he like climbing down with like a weapon in hand, or is he just fully running?
He was about to climb, but he got an arrow to the thigh, and he's just, and he's just kneeling it right now.
I thought I just turned a shut up from Kaz. No. Regulus will just fly there and say, "You would do best to give up and give any information you can." I don't know if I can persuade. I'm not really trying. I mean, in this situation, it would always be intimidation, but Regulus is, in this instance, trying to preserve his life. I don't know.
He turns, he sees you as you speak towards him. You see his spirit for a moment. He looks back, he sees Elwin, that he's very, very, very much peace with him. And the rest of the orcs outnumbering him. The gates have fallen, it is clear to them. And for a moment you can see it in their eyes, they are afraid. Then they turn their eyes and they look up into the distance towards the tower that resides at the very top of the city. Even if I fall, you will all be dust. Nothing but shadows by the end of all this. The Shadow Lord claiming he prepares to attack you, Regulus, but he obviously doesn't have an action right now.
And Regulus will just say, "A shame. But I don't think my friends will let you live to see it proven wrong. So I might as well stop it early." And I will do a shocking grasp. Does he have metal armor?
He should.
Good. Bad for him. Good for me.
For 13 points of lightning damage, striking at them, zapping at their armor. The drow seems to be unable to do much. It drops its weapon, makes spastic moves as it just shivers with its hands from the lightning.
And then I move to the side, and then I will get the Celestial Spirit to shoot him twice. 1, 2.
That hits. You know, I was planning on doing that anyway. I'm gonna do it, even though this is gonna be painful. Judas stands on the last attack of the spirit, and he will use his reaction to take the damage for himself. And he will say, "No, let Halloween take revenge upon him." As he will take the 21 points of radiant damage, and the drow will barely survive.
Sigh. Either way, Regulus will not be able to move any further. And end his turn.
Vala, you are up next.
I don't even want to know. I don't even know if I want to heal Judas. But nah, he's fine, in all honesty. So, Guiding Bolt at 8th level? No.
On Judas.
Actually, nice. But no. What Vala will do is... I have to scale this ladder, though. Could Vala move like that? Scale the ladder and get next to... Alright. And there don't seem to be many enemies left, so... Sorry. You know what? Nothing much. I think Vala will just chill there. They hold her shield to defend herself. So that will be a dodge action.
Jethros, you are up next.
Judas, what the fuck? I'll just shoot the guy. I don't really. I don't really care about Elwyn getting revenge on this insignificant fucker. So I'm just gonna shoot the guy.
Go for it.
Pew pew pew. Does those hit?
23 will hit. The others 1.
Oh, cool. Why didn't it do it?
And you click show spell description.
Oh, okay.
How you want to do this, Jethros?
Two of the rocks fly right past Regulus's head, maybe one skimming through his hair, and then the other will just, like David and Goliath, bonk the guy in the forehead, and like dent it inward.
Down they fall as the orcs start to stride up forward. You see shadows up into the distance, the drow retreating. As shadows get thicker, the further they come, the further they move towards their tower, towards the main forces. The drow still outnumber the orcs 2-1, 3-1, maybe even more so. Yet you can see them running as the orcs start to spread like wildfire around the areas, holding up torches, throwing javelins, striking anyone that dares meet them on their path. Grusnak lingers for a quick moment, slightly behind the top of his orc as they start to stride up ahead, smacking with the mound onto any structure that is left around or any siege weapon to render it unusable. As Grusnak doubles back for a moment and returns to the lot of you. You have done well. Drunken heroes, he will say.
Yeah.
Take a moment. Take a back seat now and watch how the Shegatar will cleanse this city of the foul drow. Let our blood pour onto the street and drown them in it.
As I was on top of the gate, was I able to see the Hagu down there and Draga?
Make a perception check.
Somewhere here.
You will notice that Draga is wounded and left to the back, while Hagu is left to a fate of their own onto those crushed up rocks. Maybe they're alive, maybe they're not.
In that case, as I see them go, I'll walk back. As you go, I'll go through the gate. See if I can heal Hagu. Take care of the wounded. As I am also wounded.
Grusnak sees girl move past the gates, then turns, looks up towards Judah, Regulus, Elohim, to the other side, Jethers, nods with acknowledgement towards them, and then speaks a few words in Draconic, and the ambush drakes all start to follow him. Blood and thunder! As the streets start to fill with the roars and cries, the war cries of the orcs, the cries of pain and agony of the drow. Make my medicine check, girl. You turn and look towards Hagu. The body crumbled, bones messed up. They might still be breathing, but then they are on their last legging. Even if they were to survive, if you could heal them, for example, they would just be a shamble of what they once were. Hagu somehow stabilized amidst all this and have awakened the adrenaline kicking into his veins, kind of just with slightly faint movement of his fingers and his claws, most just scratches onto your feet to draw your attention. Reach out towards you and speaks towards you. End me, son of Grusnak. My time has come. This blade does no longer befit me. I am get away out of this land.
As you wish. Wise one.
And humanely, I guess, or orcishly, you know, let him go, take care of business, and then carry his body up.
You turn towards him, Goel, lift up your warhammer, prepare to put an end towards them. Hagu will speak one last word. The endless maze awaits me. Lictiun, here I come! And you just smash or end them in that spot. You have warhammers, it cannot be less vicious than that.
Yeah, that was a human way. Quick way to go.
Yeah, I guess. Cracked skull.
Not really, but yeah.
You can see a few dead orcs around here, and a little bit further behind there are a few more, mainly archers that were exposed out of cover and got shot. Now lie there dead. Dragged beside some barricades of your own, beside maybe some sort of siege and some catapult in here just resting. Over there, wounded, blood from an arrow that she has taken.
I'll tend to her wound. I'll do a cure wounds.
So, as you put a little bit of healing towards her, she regains her senses. My boy. You shouldn't come here. You should be out there, fighting with your father.
I will. I've already opened the gate. I need to rest before. I don't believe the drow that are given us their own. There is some hidden strength. There is still something stronger awaiting. We need to tend to our wounded now. As the fresh troop march in, I will join in towards the end of the fight, where it really would matter. Conserve the rest of my energy.
You won't find wounded, only dead. It will be the same then. She grabs at your hand, Goel. But stay, my boy. If I am to survive, I cannot bear to lose you again. Your father, his vision was correct. He foresaw this. Then he has foreseen a win. Drow will be fire the fire that burned us in the past. But we will quench it, douse it forever. Today. You see, as he once again starts to trial off between not life and life, mainly consciousness and unconsciousness.
We have our digital communication. Sorry.
You do have your sending stones, yes.
I'll try to talk to the whole party, say,
I forgot the voice changer on. Oops. Sorry.
It's okay.
To anyone who has healing magic or protection, greatly appreciate it. Come past the gates. Lay some healing magic on my mother before marching.
I mean, of course. So Kaz, how many of the wounded would Vala see as, a positive triage, like those who can be healed and actually get to continue living?
From the orcs, you mean?
Yes, from the orcs.
Uh,
From my
you-
party, I can see how wounded they are.
Well, kind of depends. I guess you can go towards there and make your own investigation medicine checks around there. Most, if not all of the orc that are left behind are either dead or unable to continue. You turn towards them, and it is clear to you that these warriors are not going to be fighting nor rejoining anytime soon, unless there's magic more than just healing. Magic that you do bestow, but you cannot spare for each and every single one of them.
Well,
Chopped off from broken limbs to bitten off arms. And that's just from the initial assault at the gates. Those are the fewer of the numbers of the orcs that are inside here.
All right. Excludes Goel's mother, right?
Draga is slightly better. She is wounded behind. She's in no position to fight. And by any means, and by your medicine check, you can tell that she should not be fighting in the first place. She might be a force to be reckoned with, but she's also very, very old, even for an orc.
Well, however, Vala knows better than to try and persuade an orc to not fight, especially if she's anything like Goel. So, you know what? Sure, I don't know how much her hit points are, and Vala wouldn't. So, what Vala will do is she's going to spare a 7th level slot to cast a heal on her. It's his mother, and she would like to make sure she's strong.
I appreciate the RP, however, keep a 7th level spell slot.
Oh my god.
I pleaded you.
Okay.
Please keep a 7th level spell. Use anything else, I'm okay just for the RP purposes. I don't want to. I do not wish for you to not have a 7th level spell slot going forward.
All right. I mean, right now I have 2 first, a 3rd, a 7th, and an 8th level slot. So,
Just let me do it. I'm walking over.
really? All right.
Yeah. Jethris is a mama's boy, and someone's mama's in trouble, so he's gonna come over and hit her with the cure wounds. We'll do a 4th level cure wounds.
Thank you.
You
Good
done
thing
right
you
by
had-
me.
Good thing you had some in you, Death. I wasn't sure how well I could do it right now, and make sure I can keep us all safe for whatever might come next.
I mean, fuck. I mean, anything I can give is. It's probably best that you keep your shit. I mean, other than this, I can basically do some utility things. I'm not the best in a fight, clearly.
Well, I see you as one of the least wounded right now, so I'd say you did well.
Just to interrupt the tender moment, the not shrill voice of Regulus comes through the telepathic and audible communication, yelling out, "Allied, go out! Come here!" Even though Ellen's right beside him.
Well, you're in trouble.
I will repeat the last part of my sentence because I don't know if Goel heard it. Regulus is asking for Goel and Elwyn to come over, even though Elwyn's right there.
Okay.
Ah, good. Okay. So I've pretty much devoted all my power, mostly to the last little bit, and we're probably not going to rest during a siege. And you guys are probably the ones that are going to be going up against a very scary, much bigger version of that. He points to the Death Dragon. And my lesser magics probably aren't going to do much against bigger targets. So, as this conversation's been going on previously, Regulus has been converting all of his unspent lower level slots into sorcery points, and I will spend 6 sorcery points, and I will twin spell a heal on Elwyn and Goel. So you both heal for 70.
Ooh, hot damn.
Gyat.
And I am officially tapped.
That is like healing me 140.
Yes,
True.
that's why I'm doing it.
Right.
Thongs. Anyway, I do have some magic remaining with the staffs I have, but my main batteries are kind of low, empty. So, also, Regulus will ineffectually slap Goel on the forehead when he does the heal, and say, "You gave us advice not to run off and get distracted from the main course of action. And the first thing you do is you run off into a group of enemies. Stop it."
It would weigh heavily on my conscience if anyone else would run off. So I
Yes.
did it.
Yeah, think about your mom's conscience. She wants to see you come home as much as everything else. Trust me, I've done the self-sacrificing shtick a lot. You gotta think about the other people who care about you first.
No problem.
And Regulus will stop talking to the scary orc. Not out of fear, because he knows that eventually he'll run out of. There will be tolerance so that he can stand Regulus's berating. But either way.
Judas will, in the meanwhile, as all of this is taking place, use a little bit of his own healing to aid everyone. He can cast an aura of vitality.
Guys had to look for a way to get to get
You know,
some damage onto Judas and spend the slots.
you know what? Vala will use a spell slot of her own to use Beacon of Hope, so we can maximize that healing. So Judas can share 10 times 12 package of a package of 12 hit points.
Okay, let's do first things first. 36 on themselves. 6 out of 20.
When casts heal, I'm not expecting Judas to ever heal.
Doing doing the same thing for 36 on Goel.
So that's 6 out of 10.
Add 36 Goel and do the same. Not the same. I have 4. So do 24 on Regulus and 24 on Elwin as well. That should be 20 out of 20.
Ouch.
I'm almost at full health.
So 24 for me.
Yes. And I guess he might as well use a Cure Wounds of first level. I'm not going to use everything from Judas, but at the very least, you should have some extra. So you should take an additional 7 points of healing.
What about the beacon? Wouldn't it be max?
It should be max. You are correct. So it should be an additional 5, so 12.
And the beacon is on everyone, right?
Yes. So even healing potions right now are maxed.
Correct.
All right. I'll do
Healing potions, well, hit dice probably not since we're not short resting, but you know.
That's nearly max, but not max.
DM, did you get the message? Just to be sure.
Yeah. Sorry.
He just hates you, so he's not going to respond.
No.
Into the distance, the orcs start to vanish. All that you can hear are the cries from around the city.
After a healing Draga, Jethros will say, how you feeling now? You good? You chill?
The orc worm will turn and look towards you, Jethros, and nod. Thank you. Keep my quell safe. I will rest here. She looks to the other dead orcs around as he stands, left behind. Guess I should consider myself a lucky one. These ones will soon be joined by many others of our. Make sure my son doesn't join them as well. He turns and this time he grabs your hand, Jethros,
Oh.
and presses or tightens her grip a little bit. Her claws barely pushing through your skin.
Oh, your nails are very nice. I'll take care of him. He's my priority right now.
She let go of you, Jethros.
You don't die either, because he kind of needs you. All right.
She sighs as she stands behind him. I am little use any longer to my tribe. I have given all that there is to the Shagata. I am okay with whatever the fate called for me.
well, I mean, if you're given so much, don't you deserve like a little more time with, your kid? So, let's not sacrifice that.
We will meet again if I perish. I'm sure. She looks to the side, looks over the crossroads. Hug would not be alone, roaming those wastes. He'll be joined by many others. Maybe if I die, there is where I shall spend that time with God. But I won't move from here. Not now, not soon. She looks into the distance to the drow city, to the settlement. I'll hear the scream of the beast first. Vanquished. Shadow Lord's most sacred creature. Fitting to fall under the mauls, javelins and spears and arrows of the Shagatar.
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Here, Jethris will give Dryga his water skin just in case she needs it. We'll say, I need some advice from you, but now is clearly not the time to be asking because, like, you're fucked up, and also we ain't got time for it. So I need you to also stay alive for that. You know.
Ask your questions. Is it boy? I don't think she remembers your name, or she maybe remembers it just too recent as she's in a shock. She does not mean it in a bad way. You may not get a chance later.
All right. Well, you seem like a really wise lady. Like a very important person in your tribe to, like, burden and such. And also your mom, so you probably know like a lot more about this shit. I have like I have like a bunch of kids that fucking hate my guts because they think I like left them behind. How would you go about like making them not hate me?
Children of chaos. They are discarded. They're never good for their tribe. Even if they are Shagatar. They end up making a mess, not telling friend from foe. You should put an end to them before they put an end to you.
Not really the answer I was looking for, but okay. Well, okay. Thanks for the advice. Are you sure you don't want to like charge in there? I could like turn you into a big like lizard. No, you should rest. I'll just go. Oh no.
She thinks for a moment as you say this. But as you move further and further away, she'll turn me into an ox. The mightiest one you've ever seen.
I mean, an ox. You can get like a lot bigger than an ox.
The biggest one you have ever seen.
Can I make an insight check to see how intelligent Draga is?
Go for it. Draga might not be the academic, might not have the mind of an academic, and clearly, as you have spoken with Grusnak is very much so the more intelligent one for most, if not all, of the tribe as well. But still, this seems to come from another place, mainly faith, religion, or belief, strongly rooted into deep within Draga.
I see your whisper, Kaz, and that's honestly what I was like thinking of. I was thinking of maybe I could, if she didn't know what one was, turn her into a Triceratops and make her think it's an ox. I don't know.
Up to you, if you want to do it or not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if she knows about dinosaurs, so I'm just gonna be like, I will turn you into the most ferocious ox that time and space has ever seen. And I will cast polymorph on her and turn her into a Triceratops.
Just to keep an eye on the intent is to actually do so on a Triceratops, or as I said, you
into a Triceratops.
Okay, Triceratops.
The fiercest of oxes.
Now you're confusing me. Using the Triceratops bat for an ox or a true Triceratops?
A true Triceratops, but I'm trying to convince her that it is a type of ox.
Okay. That's what's confusing me.
But you can make it into like an ox with Triceratops strength, right?
Well, that's what. Well, I don't think that Jethris would really understand or like care much that it's like I guess I did the intelligence check, so it's for really sure. I'll make her into a big old fucking ox.
And to the surprise of yours, as you tell and you listen to her, what she asks of you, and it doesn't make not much of a sense, but clearly is not as powerful as what your magic is able to do so. Yet, as you start influencing her powers, you start to unlock, becoming bigger and bigger and bigger, beyond what you would assume an ox can be. Something else is fueling this. Something else is giving her that power, that strength. As Draga transforms into a mighty ox.
Holy
Her
shit.
feet slam onto the ground as it starts to even quake.
Wow, I was super worried that was going to be a waste of my spell, but I'm so glad that it wasn't.
And Draga starts to charge up and ahead towards the gates, towards the city.
I move out of the way.
Kills all the orcs in her way.
About to. No, I'm kidding. She's not gonna do that. The once shadow-laden streets of the Drow city now lay twisted and contorted under the weight of the siege. The structures that once stood there now appear cracked and stained with the blood of both Drow and Orc alike. The air starts to become thick with the acrid scent of burning buildings and the metallic tongue of spilled ichor. The streets themselves are a maze of chaos and carnage. Bodies litter the ground, twisted forms illuminated by eerie glow of magic. Some Drow warriors clad in dark armor attempt to resist. Yet even if they are outnumbered, when they clash with the brutish orcs, their foes are the ones victorious. For each single orc that goes down, you can see even a circle of dead drow around them. 3, 4 at a time, each orc full on fury of its own. The more you continue onto the streets, the more mayhem you might see. In one glimpse, you might see a handful of orcs grouping upon some circled up drow. Some of them warriors, others of them civilians, all just gathered up in a circle with the orcs approaching their fire, casting shadows of what is to come. You might see a reflection somewhere there of the orcs just cutting down anyone that tries to wield a weapon against them, even if the orcs nearly force them to get up weapons themselves. On another side, you might see proud priests speaking foul words and strange incantations around, calling shadows that rip the strength out of the bones of the orc. And yet, even when they cannot lift their arms, the orcs still try to stride up, forward, to land one finishing blow to their enemies. The more they continue, the more mayhem there is. And soon enough, they are bound to reach the dark tower of the Town of Thol, where the fight truly rages on. And there is where we're going to put a pause until next week. So we can go into the final part of the ship and put an end to it.
Nice.
Can't wait.
You say I can't wait now, but when you see what you're about to fight, you might not like the outcome of it. You will find out.
You
I'm
see,
pretty sure.
I had a strategy going into this session. Spend all my shit and leave next week so Kaz can't kill me.
Clever strategy. How can I use this now? I'll find a way to kill you. No, I'm kidding.
Regulus,
I'm not gonna kill you while you're away.
Regulus has other things to do suddenly and leaves.
Be on brand.
Well, I don't know what these people say. Vala will stay by your side,
Mm,
and then we'll share none of the loot with them.
wait,
Let's see.
We should
Let's
have.
see first if you are able to come unscathed and all of that threat.
What? Did we take a long rest?
No.
No.
I'm just
Not in the short
asking.
rest.
Can we
What?
quickly Baldur's Gate loot all of the drow that we just killed and sell all their shit too?
Does my poncho get
Somewhere-
upgraded?
Yeah. Can we like sell it to someone like, just teleport away and sell it to someone in Fire Temple and be like, all right, let's go back. The siege just pauses when we're not in the area,
Oh, that's
Hmm.
That's how
exactly
storytelling
how
works.
it works. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's how storytelling works.
Yeah.
I love those sieges that last for 4 days when the castle is breached and everyone is dead on the streets for 4 days.
Yeah.
And it's like not a single minute has passed.
I do like the mechanic that they added in like the final phase where you can't long rest. Like when you're
Oh,
fighting
what?
against the Nether Brain.
Oh yeah.
The whole area.
Except as it's totally thrown out the window if you have angelic reprieve potions, because you can just do that.
I mean,
Well,
That's potions.
yeah, that requires you to actually hold on to those potions. Many people spend them, I don't know, like they're fine the infinite of them.
I had the time to take an angelic reprieve potion during that fight. I just cast invisibility and did it.
Hmm.
And the enemy
Yeah,
was like, "Yeah, well, sorry."
no, go ahead.
I just it's perfect strategy. Turn invisible, drink as an action, then drink potion. By the